Carol's from Carol's Crafts. How you doing? Oh gosh, so I'm sitting down. I'm aching from head to foot. Right, I know it's Wip and Chat, but I had a little parcel in, and it's diamond related, and I can't wait to show you. This comes from Enabler's Post, hand turned diamond painting, pens and more. It does. I have had a quick look at it, and I had a lovely card look. Oh, shoot, as I drop it. And this is off Elizabeth and Edward, and it says, "Thank you so much for ordering from our shop. We hope you enjoy your new DP accessories. Happy diamond painting, Elizabeth and Edward." And that's from, and then there's two little stickers. Look, I got a little unicorn, and that's more up my treat. Grant says, yeah, poison. So this is what I ordered on. She put up a pen, and you could bid on it on their Facebook page, and I was very, very lucky, and I won it. Look how gorgeous is that. So that's Enabler's Outpost, hand turned diamond painting pens and more on Facebook. You have to ask to join, but once you do, look how beautiful it is. So we're going to have a go with that in a minute. And then she sent me some little extras. Look at this for little extras. She sent me a gorgeous pen, and it's scented. Guaranteed, isn't it? Phone doesn't go off the minute I start filming. My husband, he knows I'm filming, and he sends me a scan. Yeah, so I've got a pen and a notebook, which I always need notebooks, and I always need pens. I'm always hunting for them. And a beautiful bag, which will get repurposed. Is that the word? Repurposed, reused. Don't ask me which state that is. I should know, but I can't remember. Do apologise, Elizabeth, but that's where Elizabeth's from. That's the state. So that's a keyring, and that's going to go on my keyring for my car, because that will remind me. And then we've got a single placer, which we're going to pop in there, which fit perfectly. And we've got, what's that? A 13 placer to go in that one, which I won't be using because I'll leave it on there, but I can't use 13 placers. And I've got Let Love Grow sticker, and I'm going to be using that. That will go on one of my books. And then, oh my God, look at this. I love washi tape. I had to chuck all my washi tape out the other day because I'd left it in my shed and the heat had got to it. You couldn't separate it. It had all stuck together. Limes. Millie made key lime pie this week, and that would have gone nice with it. And then we've got a little capsule. And if you have a look at the little capsule, it's got a little smiley face. He's winking, and inside there's a message. I only know that because Rachel Ray had one. Millie wanted to open it. I said, you can have a look at it if you can get that ring on. No, I can't get the ring back on. I said, well, you ain't opening it then. And there's a little note that she's written. A British cuppa versus an American one. Yeah, British cuppa. Well, I can tell you, a British cup of tea is nothing like an American cup of tea. And I watched the other day, Millie showed me where this, I was going to say a swear word, but I'm not, where this American young girl must have been in her 25, 26, somewhere around there. Apparently has come over, no, she must be older than that. She must be late 20s because she had a daughter about 8 or 9. Showing on her YouTube or TikTok or wherever it is, how to make a British cup of tea. Put cold water in a cup, stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Dunk your tea bag in, take it out, add milk. Well, even Millie was horrified. No. You can make tea, English tea in a pot, or you can make it in a cup. But you put hot water out of a kettle on your tea bag, and then you let it brew for a while till it gets to the right colour, and then you add a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar or honey, whichever you want. Yeah, and that's the British cup of tea. And I love my British cup of tea. So yeah, so look, So I'm going to find some wax now. So I think, should we use some paddy wax? Should we try it with some paddy wax? I've got a Slither catlock all ready to use. Well, I've got two actually. I've got that one and I've got that one because one was really thick and one's really too thick, one's too thin. But should we try the thick one? But I love the smell of it. We'll try the thick one because it doesn't matter if it doesn't. See, I made a hole. I should have showed you that on camera, shouldn't I? I made a hole, look. So we're going to try that. So I'll leave them to the side. Oh, I can have a sniffing thing now. Right, we've got our, what are these called? Cover minders. That one is I Don't Give a Crap from the Bad Shack UK. This one is from Angels and Elephants on Etsy, which was given to me by my darling friend Claire. Philip's on it because he's a dragon. Being a Welsh dragon, you've got to have a dragon. So I'm going to pull them off just slightly, pull it up onto there. What do you think? So we're going to put a mat on. So we've got a bit of light. So we've got some hearts down there, so we'll do some hearts. So I need my piece of paper. Where did I put my piece of paper, guys? I've lost my piece of paper with all the numbers on. Oh heck. Oh heck. Well, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Oh, we'll have to go down the sheet then. I did have a piece of paper. Sorry, did I get my head in the way then? I did have a piece of paper with all the numbers written on it. But it's not too bad because it's on the side. Because when I have it the other way, sometimes it's hard to see the numbers. What do we want? A heart. So number 19, which is 823. So how's everybody's week going? Yeah? Have you all had a good week or a shitty week or an okay week or what's it been like? Mine's been up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. I did get a couple of videos done this week, which I was pleased about. I got colouring one done. And I got my Flosstube, plus I did another one about the different fabrics. I got some sample fabrics in for cross stitch to see what the difference was between the fabrics. And doing 1/1, 2/1 and 2/2. And I enjoyed doing that video because I was learning as I was making the video. And that's nice then when you can learn as you're doing the video. So I did that one, then I did my Flosstube and I say a colouring one. But I don't think they went down that well this week. Because as soon as I put them up, I lost subscribers. So very sorry if you didn't like what I was doing. But I enjoyed doing it. So hey ho, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, I had it was like the mass evacuation of subscribers this week. So, but never mind. Maybe I'll do something next week that they like. So I thought I'll do my basic Wip and Chat today, as soon as it's Saturday, and it's Saturday the 15th. So we've just had our evening meal, which was lasagna. Usually I'd film this in the afternoon, but yeah, we've had a very, very busy week this week, and today was no exception. So this is the first time I've had a chance to sit down and do anything. So I said to Grant, I'd washed up, cleared away the stuff, and I said, right, I'm going to go and do my video now, because otherwise if I don't do it now, it's not going to get uploaded because it is 7 o'clock already in the evening. So I apologise that it's later than usual for today. But I did think, shall I give it a miss? And then I thought, no. Because I like talking to you all. I like telling you about my week. It's like getting it off my shoulders, isn't it? Because like with lockdown, I don't see any of my friends to have a chat and talk things over. So everything's, you know, all in your mind, going over and over and over again. So I thought, well, if I just tell you a little bit about my week and what I've been up to, you know, it's like talking to friends, isn't it? Well, I hope you don't mind me classing you as friends. Oh, shoot, I've got bits of paper flying everywhere. I got some lemonade in a cup because I usually have a cup of tea, but it's too hot for a cup of tea. And if you can hear that in the background. I got like one of them little desk fans going because it's very hot and muggy. It was lovely this morning. It was quite pleasant this morning. It wasn't muggy, or humidity wasn't very bad, but this afternoon and this evening, oh my flipping God. Yeah, me and my big mouth this morning, because I said, oh, it's not too bad. Elizabeth, Edward, I'm loving this pen. So easy to hold on to. Let me turn it round and try it the other way, other end, just to see which is the best end to hold. Because that one's that one's got like a thinner one, that's a little bit like thicker on the end. So depending what your preference is. Because I look at a lot of these pens and there's a lot of lumps and bumps and things, and I'm wondering if, does it hurt your hand? You know, when they're all lumpy bumpy all the way up, or not? I mean, I've been very lucky with the ones that I've been given, or I've won, or bought, a few that I have, or made by my husband. You know, they all fit really nicely in my hand. And because I have dexterity problems, you know, it's got to be comfortable. And fair play, this is lovely so far. I really, really like it, and I love the colours. And I don't think you can see the sparkle in it. Can you? You can't really see the sparkle in it. It's like a shimmer, beautiful shimmer in it. It's so nice. Yeah, so what do we do? Saturday, shopping as usual, and had my Wip and Chat. Sunday, I did my live, which was great fun. It went really quick on Sunday. And Sunday I bought myself a bottle of cheap, well, it's not Bailey's, but it tastes like Bailey's from Aldi's. Balakis something, can't remember what it's called. But Josh has taken a liking to that as well, so we only ended up with about 2 glasses each. It was only a small bottle, so I was going to go and get some more today, but I forgot. So that was gone. So I thought I might go back tomorrow. I haven't been to Aldi shopping this week. And I might pick up a bottle for £4.20. I mean, Bailey's, normal Bailey's is about between 12 and £15 for a little bottle, 70cl bottle, and this is £4.20 for 70cl bottle. So yeah, so it'll be Bailey's at Christmas, and this cheap one any other time of the year that I fancy one. But I'm not a big drinker, but every now and again I think, oh, that would be nice with ice, because it's really, I like it. You serve it with loads and loads of ice, and it's lovely. My neck's a little bit better for the ones that asked. Still not sure what's going on with it. I've been on massive painkillers all week to try and get some sleep, which I did manage 2 hours this morning between 7 and 9. Me and Pups got on the settee with the windows open, and we slept till 9 because everybody else slept in. So, and Grant had already gone at 6. So, but it does feel I can turn it a little bit. Well, not I could turn it before, but I can move it, I should say, a little bit better as the pain. I'm coping with the pain better, so I think it's slightly subsides. As long as you don't touch the vein in one place, I can about tolerate it, but I can't tolerate it if you touch it in a certain place. But hopefully, yeah, it's right in itself, whatever it's doing. So I haven't done an awful lot of crafting this week of any description. I say, first time I've been on this since my live. I've only done a tiny bit of stitching. I did do a little bit of colouring last night. I'm trying to learn how to colour fur. I'm going to get nowhere near these professionals on there that show you, but I can get it half decent so you know that it is animal that I'm colouring. So I was having a go at that last night, colouring a cat out of my Colouring Haven book. So I've only done the one leg and the tail, and that took me about, I think it was 2 hours to do that. the one leg and the two tails, but I think it looks good. I like it anyway for the first proper attempt at doing it like I'd seen on YouTube, because I thought I can't keep just having a go. I need to watch some videos and find out how you actually do stuff. So that's what I did yesterday, or last night I should say, early hours of this morning. What else have I been doing this week? Josh went out with his friend last night. It was his friend's 18th birthday. He got home about 1:30 this morning. Fair play, he wasn't drunk. He was a little bit merry, but that was it. He said he was more concerned with keeping an eye on his friend who turned 18, make sure he was okay. So I thought that was quite sensible. So I was quite proud of him. He had his A-level results this week. He's done very well, bless him. Seeing as he's got severe dyslexia and dyspraxia, and he was told in primary school, as you know, that he would never do anything. He's come away with 2 C's, 1 D, which is being contested, not contested, what's the word for it? Well, they say they don't agree with it because he'd been predicted for a B and been told that all his schoolwork was a high B, and they give him a D for his geography, so his teacher has gone absolutely potty. So she's appealing, that's the word, appealing. So she's appealing that. And then he got an F in Welsh Back 2, which is like a business thing, but it's to do with maths. Well, Joshua's got maths dyslexia as well, and he's got that worse. He just can't, you put numbers in front of him and that's it, they're gone. And because he hasn't got his maths exam, and I don't think he will for a long time, they failed him with an F for Welsh Back. But I said to come away with 2 C's and a D, even though the D was being downgraded twice. I'm very proud of him, very proud of him. His dad's very proud of him. And he got an unconditional to Hull University on his dissertation, is that what it's called, that he gave to say why he wants to do the political course that he wants to do and what he has done. And they had a review from his teacher on how he was with his work and whatever, and of course they gave him an unconditional, which is fantastic. And he moves into his dorm room on the 12th of September, and he starts his course on the 14th. So my chair in the front room, my big armchair, is now filled with stuff ready for uni. So yeah, I'm excited for him, but yeah, Mama's little boy's going. Yeah. He says, I'm not Mama's little boy now. He says, I'll be 19 in January. I said, you'll always be my baby. You're my firstborn. But I know he'll do well. It's something he's passionate about, changing. He says if he wants to change the world and the way politics is done, he needs to do this. And it's so I said, fair enough. You know, and they say he's very good at it. He did a course in Aberystwyth University, which is an excellent university as well. When he was in year 11, he went there for the summer. He went there for a couple of weeks and did a few of the political course, and I think it was something to do with forensics and stuff like that. And they said he absolutely excelled at it all. You know, even through the dyslexia and not being able to do the reading and the writing. But because of the lectures they participate and they can record it, he just flew. So I'm hoping that he gets the recorder equipment that he needs, the computer and all the equipment, which he's got to phone up again on Monday because he can't get through to him at the moment to order it all. He should do okay, bless him. Then Mama's worrying, is he going to be okay? Can he look after himself, you know? I brought him up to look after himself, you know, but I said to him that I ought to show him how to change, you know, the bed covers and stuff. He said, I know how to do that. I said, how do you know? He said, it's not bloody rocket science, is it? I said, well, you've never done it. He said, why should I do it? He said, you always do it. I thought, good point. Mummy always does it. So I thought next time it's due to be changed tomorrow, so we'll see if he does it. I got a feeling it'll be Mum doing it on Monday again for him. Yeah, so I'm going to miss him. I think the girls are missing. Jessie says she can't wait. Millie says she's looking forward to it because she's going to nick his room while he's not here. But I know they're both going to miss him like crazy because he goes and picks them up with their friends or drops them off, you know. He runs round after him. So I think they will miss him. Oh, I thought I was going to hiccup then. Lily Lou's back poorly again, bless her. We've had a couple of rough days with her. I knew she wasn't right because she didn't want to play with the ball. I'd throw it and she'd just look at it, or she may sort of half run to it and then just flop down, and that's not like her. And she didn't want her chicken in the morning, because that's the only meat I give her is white chicken. Yeah, I think her pancreas is playing up again, so I said so we've put her back onto just chicken and rice the last couple of days, and she does seem a little bit better today. But oh dear, yeah. We won't go into the graphics, but yeah, she'd been poorly, bless her. So she's been catching her mama. She hasn't been far from me. She's either down by my legs. I'm doing something in the kitchen or front room or wherever I am, she's there. But then she's not happy because I've shut the door, so she's gone to sit with her dad. And then she'll run upstairs and go in under the bed and protest because I'm so tough on her. Mummy's mean, not letting her in the kitchen. But I know she'll come in here and then she'll want to go out. Then she'll come in and want to go out. You know what it's like on a Sunday. The amount of time she bangs the door open and the camera starts shaking, isn't it? Bless little heart. But yeah, so I'm hoping putting her back onto her chicken and rice again will settle her pancreas. So I need to phone the vet, I think, next week. And I got a feeling this is going to be life. This is going to be ongoing. I don't think her pancreas is going to heal completely. I think it's going to be a case of, yeah, really watching what she eats. Being very, very careful. And maybe permanently keeping her on chicken and rice and getting the supplement from them. It's a bit more expensive, but if it keeps her healthy, it's worth it. So I might give her a ring Monday and get the vitamin supplement food that I can mix in with the rice and chicken for her, because I put her back on her dried dog biscuits, but so I don't know whether it's that, or it could be that she just picked something up from outside because she can go back on her walks properly again. You just don't know, do you? Well, they can't tell you whether she sniffed something or picked something up outside and ate it or what. Grant says he doesn't think she has, but like he said, I'm not constantly looking at her on the floor, so it's hard to tell. So she's getting loads of love off her mama. Mama spoils her, Millie says. Mummy, you spoil her. I said, I don't. She said, you do, spoil her rotten. But she's my baby. I said, of course I'm going to spoil her. That's my job, being a mama. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I spoil the kids, I spoil the husband, because I love him, so I'm going to spoil my baby girl. That's my plan anyway. Oh, that fan's nice. Just that little bit of cool air. Just I think after I've done this thing, I'm going to go for a cold shower. Wet my hair and just cool off for a bit. Somebody was saying that if you wet a tea towel, you then wring it out and then put it over a fan, that'll circulate cool air. But I don't know if that's true or not. So I was thinking of trying that. So if anybody knows whether that's true or not, let me know. Because like we don't have air conditioning in Britain, especially not in Wales. Because usually it's raining, isn't it? I mean, our air conditioning is a fan sat on top of your cupboard. That's it. Or a piece of paper wafting at your face. That's usually me. But we have got, because we only had one fan for ages, but my dad very kindly bought the kids a fan each for their bedrooms because they were like saunas. Because otherwise it was scrapping over who was going to have this one that's down here. So they're happy, well not happy, but happier than they were when they didn't have it. So it's constantly on at the moment. It does cost a little bit extra on the lecky because we pay weekly meter for our electric, but if it keeps them healthy and cool and they can sleep, it's worth it. Well, I think so anyway. Oh, I'm just going to stretch my leg a minute. Oh, and have a little drink. Have a little drink, everybody. Cheers. I've got lemonade. Can't remember the last time I just had lemonade. It's a long, long, long time ago. I just wanted something to quench my thirst. Lily's having a barking session with the dog across the way. There's a big Rottweiler and he's as soppy as anything. Yeah, and they have a conversation across the gardens. I'd love to know what they're saying, but you hear this deep blooming woofing and then little Lily with her high pitched woofing. Go back and forth for about 5 minutes and then all silence then. Spoke to Mum this morning, although she was near enough. We spoke to her in the week and she was so tired because usually we speak to her about 3 o'clock, our call is, video call. But we tried 11 o'clock today to think if that was going to be, she'd be a bit more aware. But I think today we sort of sussed it. I don't think she can get her head round video calling. I think she thinks it's a picture, a moving picture of some sort. I don't think she quite grasps that it's a live call. So she gets upset. So she sees our faces and she thinks it's a picture and she wants to talk to us. And although the girl is there is saying you can talk to her and they'll talk to her, listen, they're talking to you, but she can't really hear very well, even with her hearing aids in. So we're going to go back to a proper phone call. Well, we tried a proper phone call today, but she was too upset. So I said, we'll try a proper phone call maybe Monday, Tuesday, and see if that helps. And poor old Daddy's been in a right state because he got a bill from the social services saying that he owed, well, Mum owed £319.70 for 2 weeks care outstanding. Dad says, what's that for? I said, she doesn't pay for any of her care. And they take all her pension off her and she's given £30 a week or whatever it is. And that's it. I said, that's why she's gone there, because I said the other care home wanted £149 a week. And I said, you can't be paying that because that's all your pension. So she has got a little bit of savings, only a few grand, but she's allowed, I think it's up to 50,000 before they can touch her savings. Her savings are to pay for a funeral and towards her daughter's funeral, not mine, but my sister's. And so I said, right. So I thought, right, we'll phone them. No, that doesn't work. So we'll email them. No, that doesn't work. Because we were out the office till the 24th of August. So I thought, right, I'll phone another one. Sorry, this person is out of the office. If it's an emergency, phone this number. So I phone this number and it takes you directly back to the same person to tell you that they're no longer in the office and won't be back for a week. And I'm like, really? So I went down the council. No, you're not allowed to see anybody, only by appointment only. I said, well, nobody's answering their phones. They said, sorry, you got to do emails. So I come back, wrote some emails. No, the ones are not accepting them until the 24th of August, which is a week Monday. And the others haven't answered me. So I've gone back to the original social worker that set her up in this home and said that she wouldn't be paying anything for this. So I'm waiting for her to get back to me. And I said to Dad, I've got them because you've got to sign a contract to say that you are willing to pay this extra money. They've got to have that, an agreement, before they put them into a home. I said there is no agreement of that, and they can't say that Mum's agreed to it because she's not of sound body and mind, and we've got solicitors and all that, power of attorney already set up because of it. So it has to go through us. Anything financial has to go through us. They can talk to her, but we've got to be present. So I said I felt so frustrated, and my dad was so upset. He said, oh, I'll just pay it, just pay it. I said, you're not paying it. I said, once you pay it, they'll think you're going to pay it all the time. I said, you're not paying. I said, what are you going to live off? What are you going to live off? Are they going to take, you're going to pay all your pension towards that? So hopefully, I'm hoping Monday I'll hear something back. I was emailing quite a few people yesterday. They weren't rude emails, but they might be a little bit on the abrupt side. I didn't hear no graces on them, I tell you, because I was pissed off. He's got enough to cope with without that, because as far as we're concerned, everything's settled. It's all been put. I've done the direct debits for a pension to be sorted and paid out. I've sorted all that out. That's all been done, dusted, and then you get something like this in the post. And they send it to you, but you can't bloody contact them to query it. So yeah, so Cal was not in the best frame of mind. And of course Dad feels guilty then, because he says, I'm putting it all on you, because he just can't cope with anything at the moment. All he does is cry, as I've told you. He was hysterical here again this morning, because Mum was so bad on the thing and he couldn't make any sense of her, and she was crying. So that was because she said, I miss you, I want my bill. I can see him but I can't touch him. So Wednesday, hopefully the government are going to let the care home know whether we can visit her in the garden after Wednesday. So I've got everything crossed that we can go and see her, because I've not seen her in 15 weeks. He has seen her 2 or 3 times, I think, in that 15 weeks, but only very briefly across the corridor sort of thing. But I said, if we can go to the garden, if they say only one person, then it will, of course it will be him. He has to be the one that goes and sees her. I said, and I'll just have to wait until I'm officially allowed to go. But I'm hoping, and Serena, the girl that comes on the phone with her, said we're top of the list, both of us, so hopefully they'll say, because we've got to sit in the garden, we can't sit right by her, you've got to be a 2 meters apart job, so I can't see what difference it'll make if one person sat there or if 2 people are sat there. So fingers crossed Wednesday. It's good news, because I don't know how he's going to take it if they tell him it's another 3 weeks before we can see her again. I don't think he'll cope very well, bless him. You know. No, you're not coming in here. Go and see your dada. Sorry, she's scratching at the door. Well, banging at the door. Look, poor saying, let me in. She said, why have you got the door shut, Mummy, and talking to yourself? Yeah, and as some of you know, I have now got underneath my Happy Mail form, Google Happy Mail form. It's all confidential, so don't worry. It's only your name, your address, your email address, and your YouTube name, because a lot of people are different from their normal name to their YouTube name. And if you fill that in, then if I have a giveaway or a competition, it's easy to find you. So I can go on there, look up your name, your address, contact you before I put it out live that you've won, and it's all sorted. So none of these people that try and be naughty and get hold of things that aren't belonging to them can't do it. So I've got that set up now, which I'm really chuffed. It did take me a few hours to do it, but I've done it. So that's all in place. And underneath I have my Patreon, which I got up and running as well this time last week when I got it up and running. And I'm very pleased and I'm over the moon. I have 5 Patreons and I can't believe it. It is Rachel Ray, Danielle, no, I'm not even going to try and say Danielle's surname. She's trying to train me how to say it, but I can't remember. Becky from Becky's Madness for Crafting, and Karen from Diamond Painting with Anxiety, and Teresa Addy. And thank you all of you, all 5 of you. I didn't even think I would get one. So I've set that up and I've put a few things on there, extra bits and pieces on there just for them. So that's something you might want to look into or not, is where I put extra bits and pieces. But if you go onto my Patreon page, it will tell you there. You don't have to, nobody's obligated to, it's just extras. I will still be doing the same YouTube things I'm doing now. I'll still be doing my live on a Sunday. Nothing will change that way. The Patreon is just something that people can help. By being a patron, you're helping me to carry on doing what I'm doing. So I can put whatever I make on there can go back into the channel, buying better canvases, better accessories, better cross stitch stuff, or what gadgets that are out there that I think you might like. It will give me the opportunity to start maybe going down that line doing it, because everything that I buy and put into the channel, I take out my little bit of disability that I get each week, and that but more often than not my disability goes on the bills. But so everything I make on YouTube I put back into YouTube. So everything, you know, I think I earn, what did I earn, £2.20 in adverts last week? Because people think you make a lot, but you don't when you're a little channel like me. I think it was £2.20 last week, and was it £1.75 the week before? And then I think I made something like, people had donated on my live £13 this month. So it was something like 20, no, it wasn't even £20. Was it £17 I think I'd made this month? And that, when it gets to £60, they put it into your bank account. So that then, when it goes into my bank account, goes straight back into the channel. That doesn't go on bills, because I said to Grant, I said that's money that's just for the channel. And he agreed, anything that's made on the channel stays in the channel. So yeah, so I buy the flosses, sometimes I bought some fabric out of it. I bought my Diamond Art Club one, that came out of my YouTube money. This one came out of my disability money. This is the Treasure Studio Arts one. Sorry, I didn't even tell you what it was, did I? The Dragon Sword, 40 by 50. So I might even be able to get another Treasure Studio Art one, because they've got a few ones out there I like. I like the Phoenix that they've got. The Diamond Art Club has got a few, and it's got a nice dragon one, although it's out of stock now. It's got that little baby dragon looking thing. Not the one that I've just got, but another one, like the green one. Can't think what it's called. So that would be another thing that I would think about getting out of it. So, you know, all helps, doesn't it? And then if I can get it and show you, like the magazines I buy that out of my bit of disability. I save that up and buy that to show you, so that you can have a look and see whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. And if I show you something that you like, you can say, right, I'm buying that, and then you haven't wasted any of your money, because there's nothing worse than buying something, getting it home and thinking, what a load of bloody pants was that? And how many of us have done that? I know I've done it a lot. But if somebody has got it first and has said to you, look, I don't like it because blah blah blah, and this is going for it and that's going for it, well, and that's the pros, that's the cons. You can make up your own mind then. Do you want to give it a go and try it out, or do you think, well, actually no, I'm not going to spend my money on that, I'm going to spend my money on something different. And I know that I'm always grateful to the likes of Rachel Ray, Mrs. Coffee, Mislaid Pages, Stone Cold Coffee class, yeah, Hiker. They all bring stuff on. There's loads that I watch on YouTube and I see them enabling, and I'm thinking, oh, shall I or shan't I? And then they're like, yep, this is really great, or no, this is a load of pants, and I think, oh, thank God I didn't order that, because I'd have been right pissed off if I bought that home and it was pants and I'd wasted all my money on it. I mean, we're always going to buy stuff, you get it home and it is pants. It doesn't do what it says on the box or whatever. But you know, that applies to anything and everything across the thing, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm hoping to do a bit more of that. That's about it really. As I say, I haven't done a lot of crafting this week. I might break out the sewing machine again tomorrow and have another fiddle and see if I can just get it working enough to make another project bag, because I'm so chuffed with the ones that I've made that I've decided that I want more of them because I just like them, and I can stack them in my baskets down on the floor here and they stack nicely. So I've got some of that material still left. So I thought, right, shall we have a go? I was going to have a go Friday, but Minnie banned me because she said it was so hot here. She said, if you get frustrated, you're going to overheat, you're going to be angry, get angry because you're hot and bothered, and then because if it won't work, you get even more. She said, no, you're not doing it, Mum. So she banned me. But I do get it frettified. I do a bit of cussing when I'm sewing. As I said to you, it only works on the one number, and then it's hit and miss whether it works or not. You can get it working for a few stitches and then it'll go again, and then you fiddle and then you get it going for another few stitches. Yeah. Millie says I do start to cuss quite quietly to start with, and as it goes on it gets a little bit louder. I said, I don't, do I? She said, yes, Mummy, you do. Okay. 3854. So yeah, so I'm going to do some of that. I have started on the Southern Cross from mislaid pages that I got, and I am loving that. So I was going to have a go on that last night after I did Flosstube, but by the time I did everything that I needed to do, I was in so much pain I just couldn't move to do it. I couldn't look down to do it, so I had to go on the way. So I went to bed about, what time did I go to bed? About 8:30, and put Miss Fisher on that I like, and I watched a couple of episodes of that. Me and the dog pushed up there and watched a few of those. And I did a word search thing. There's cars. Funny. Oh, it's grand. I could hear noises out the side. I thought, what the hell's that noise? But it's my husband. He said he wasn't going to unload the car till tomorrow because he went to a craft fair today, which he said was absolutely crap. There's hardly anybody here bagged. So I don't think he's going to go back to that one. He said he'd rather be at home. So I said, fair enough. And it's changing hands or something. So he said it's not the same. It's never been a busy one ever when he did it last year. So I said, no, if you don't, it's no point. I said, if you're not enjoying it, it's no point going, because it's supposed to be where he just goes and sits, enjoys it, has a chat with people. Do you know what I mean? An enjoyment thing. And if he sells something, great, it's a bonus. But he doesn't even get the chat that he gets in other places. You know, it's the type of chat that, how can I put this subtly? Grant stuff is all wood that he makes, okay? And he made a figure, a grotesque figure they're called, I can't remember the proper name for him. And it's sitting on a piece of wood or something, the creature is, and I can't remember what it's sitting on, and it's got arms and legs and teeth, and you know, it's a face, you can tell what it is. And somebody taps it on the top and said, oh, it's made out of concrete, it is. Grant just looked at him and he went, pardon? He said, it's made cast out of concrete, isn't it? And he went, it's wood. And they just looked at him. They wouldn't believe him. They argued. And he said, I just turned my back on him. And another one, he's got, he had, what's that, a bowl with a horse's head. They thought he'd cast it. He said, how do you cast wood? He said, you know, he said, I'd love to know, because he said it'd make my job a hell of a lot easier if you can cast wood. And they just look at him. And he says, honestly, he said, I can't be doing it. Grant does not suffer fools easily. He said, I'm not being funny, but if it's a stall purely of wood, why would you think something was concrete? And why would you think it was cast if it's made out of wood? I just look at him and say, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to answer it. So I don't think he's going to go back there. He doesn't seem to have very good experiences when he goes there. And he didn't sell. Yeah, I think he only sold one little thing. And that's it. So he didn't make anything. He didn't lose anything and he didn't make anything. It just about covered his table and his petrol. Because I suppose if you take his food and drink, he bought food and drink there, he's probably out of pocket slightly, but so I said, well, it's not worth going if you're not enjoying it. It's different if you go there, like he goes to like Cirencester and he'll chat all day to the people there. You know, he loves it down there, but it's 2 hours away. That's the only downfall. But I said it's worth it if you're really enjoying it. You know, you don't mind the travelling if you're really enjoying it. I said it's when you're travelling and you're not enjoying it. You know, and I want him to be doing things that he really enjoys doing. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke or go out or do anything. You know, he just works, that's it. I said if he goes to them, he's sat down, he's relaxing, he's chatting to people. I think it's good for him. Right, if it's going that way, so we want it to go that way, because the canvas is that way, so it'd be that one there, 922. It's the only thing on these arrows going every different way. I said it last week, innit? I have to double make sure that I'm putting the right one on the right thing. I don't know if the colours, I don't think are that different, but you know what I mean. I'm one of these persons that if I put a wrong drill there, and I know I put a wrong drill in there, it'll play on my mind, so I have to remove it and put the right drill on there, because it'd be playing on my mind. It would. Right, we'll finish these, and then I suppose I better let you go, because we've done half an hour yet. What have we done? Oh, we've done over about 45 minutes, 46 minutes. Better than I thought. I think that's quite a nice. You do it too long, I think people get too bored. Do you? Do you get too bored listening to me? But that's all that's been happening in the Withington household this week. Join us next week for another instalment of the Withington household. That one more, is it? Can you see any more? See, they've got 1 hour going down that way, 1 hour going up that way, and I get very confused. So I think that could be, is that an hour going that way? I'm not sure. I'm going to stick one in because I think it is. If it's wrong, never mind. So I will call time on that now, and I will say thank you ever so much for stopping by and listening to my goings on for the week. If you like what you saw, you can leave me a comment down below, have a chat. All my details are there. If you've not subscribed, you might like to think about subscribing and pressing the notification bell by the side, which is down there, and that will let you know when I go live, which is on a Sunday, and when I upload videos, which could be colouring, diamond painting, cross stitching, sewing, whatever takes my fancy. So I'll say bye for now, take care, and most importantly, stay safe. Loves you all.